Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you another variant using Vennu Bird of Divinity. And if you guys watched my first video, I was using a Fiend engine with Necrofear and Lava Golem alongside Vennu. And this time I'm using a completely different engine. So let's get into the deck profile real quick. So first I run 2 of the Vennu. If you're not familiar with this card, it's a level 8 ritual monster, light ritual monster that has 2 effects. Once per turn, you can reveal 1 monster in your hand, then target 1 face-up monster on the field. That target's level becomes equal to the level of the revealed monster until the end of this turn. And also, once per turn, if another monster is tributed from your hand or field, except during the damage step, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard or add it to your hand. So those 2 effects are really good, and they're basically what make the deck work. So we also have Shinato, which is another light 8-star ritual monster. This is basically here because of the attack and defense, and just as a secondary monster to go into. The rest of the ritual engine is pretty standard: 2 Sonic Bird, 2 Senju. The ritual spells that we're running are Primal Cry, 2 Primal Cry for the Vennu, and then 1 Sprite's Blessing, which this can actually summon both Vennu and Shinato. The only difference between this and the regular ritual is that you need to use the exact level in order for you to be able to summon it. So I run 3 of the Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat, which should need no introduction. If you've seen any of my last few videos, you probably know how much I'm falling in love with this card, and it's just so good. In this deck, it does a lot. It stalls for you. You can use the tokens as tribute fodder for your ritual summons. And also the other important part of the deck, advanced draw. So this card, a lot of people dismiss as a bad card, and it can be rather situational, but in this deck in particular, it's just really strong. So it reads: tribute 1 face up level 8 or higher monster you control, draw 2 cards. So there's a number of ways we can go about using this card in this deck. One of the main ones is by protecting our Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat. If you flip summon this and you special summon the 2 tokens, this gains the levels of your tokens. So you special summon 2 level 3 tokens, which means this card gains 6 levels, so it goes all the way up to level 9. And the reason why that's important is because now you have a level 9 monster that you can tribute, for advanced draw to draw 2 cards. And that's not the only thing. The other thing you want to do is you want to tribute your Vennu to draw 2 cards. And you're probably thinking, why would you get rid of, the main monster? And the reason why you can do this is because if you special summon the Vennu with Primal Cry and this card is in your graveyard, you can actually bring back the Vennu during the end phase of that turn. So basically, your advanced draw, instead of becoming a 2 for 2, it becomes a +1 because your Vennu is going to come back. This card also becomes a +1 if you have Vennu on the field and you use it. And the way you do this, you want to reveal another level 8 on your hand and then target, a Sonic Bird, your Senju, even a token. You make that a level 8, and then you tribute it with advanced draw. You draw 2 cards, and then you get to add a card from your graveyard, add a monster from your graveyard, because this card is tributing. And as I said before, when you tribute anything from your side of the field, while Vennu is on the field, you're gonna get a monster back. I also run 1 of the Possessed Dark Soul, just because the combo is really good. You reveal this, target one of your opponent's monsters, summon this, tribute it to take your opponent's monster, and then you can get it right back with Vennu's effect. I didn't want to add more of them because I didn't want the deck to feel exactly like the Fiend variant that I made. So that's why there's only one of them. 3 enemy controller, because they protect you, and because if you tribute take one of your opponent's monsters, and you have Vennu on the field, again you add a monster from your graveyard, and a lot of times I would tribute one of the tokens and then just use whatever monster my opponent had on the field as tribute fodder instead. So that's also really good. And then 1 Windstorm just for some extra protection, and that pretty much wraps up the deck. I'm using Duel Standby because I just like having a lot of cards in my hand. I know my opponent gets some advantage as well, but the less likely I am to break, the better I feel about you know, going into a duel. So that was kind of a long explanation. I do apologize for that, but let's get into this replays. I hope some of you guys appreciate the overview and the explanation of the deck. And for those of you that don't, I'm sure somebody will post a time skip for the actual replays. Alright, so this first one is going up against Meiko Tsunami. He's going first, you know, your regular Mythic Depths. I have my Senju, so I immediately search my Vennu. The sooner you can start thinning your deck out, the better. And I had the Windstorm, so I was going to be able to protect my Senju from whatever they try to summon. I draw into Sonic Bird, which is really lucky. Search my Primal Cry, and then immediately go for the Vennu. You can use your other ritual monsters as fodder, because again, if you use something like I'm doing right here, enemy controller take, you can just get the monster right back, and I believe that's what I do. And the reason why I changed that to the Windstorm was so that his monster would go into attack mode and I could destroy the Hammer Shark, because I didn't need him to get you know, a second free summon. He actually has the Orca, which kind of sucks because it destroys my Vennu, and I think he misplayed here. He probably was trying to set that enemy controller and ended up activating it. I'm able to do the play that I was telling you about. Flip over my Hamstrat, becomes a level 9. I use Advanced Draw on it, and then I get you know, those 2 cards that actually come in pretty clutch, because I'm able to Econ take the Orca and then use it as fodder to summon my Shinato from hand. He sets a monster, which is not the greatest of ideas, because Shinato has an effect that anytime it destroys a defense position monster, you get to burn your opponent for whatever their attack was. So even though he Michizora, the effect went through and he lost 1800 life points, giving me the win. That was a pretty cool duel. I had so much fun playing with this deck, and I just thought of it this morning while I was thinking about what video to make. Actually, you guys are going to be watching this the day after, because today I posted the Sky Paladin deck, which a lot of you guys are liking, so I'm happy about that. Here I have my Mecha Phantom Beast, and I have an enemy controller. So because of the advanced draw, I was going to protect it with enemy controller. He summons a clown, so there's no reason to use my enemy controller. So I go for the advanced draw. He activates Labyrinth of Nightmare, and I try to go for you know, for my Possessed Dark Soul, so I can take that that clown. But I did get my opponent to use Desert Sunlight, so I didn't mind the trade-off. I go Econ take here because I knew that the Labyrinth was going to put him back into defense mode, so he was going to have to destroy his own Dream Clown. I thought that was a nice play on my part. And then I have another Hamstrat. So once again, I'm going to get 2 tokens. He tries to destroy my Hamstrat, which is a mistake. If you control a token, your Hamstrat cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So I end up using it as tribute fodder for my Vennu. And then I believe I do the same play as before, kind of. I try to attack into it. He activates Windstorm, so I go Econ Take. The Clown is going to go back into attack mode, and I'm going to be able to get my Possessed Dark Soul back. He goes for Tragedy, which doesn't really matter because I have a Primal Cry in the grave, so I'm going to be able to summon the Vennu during the end phase. And also, because of his trap, the Dream Clown is going to go back into defense mode, letting me to destroy whatever monster he had set. Unfortunately though, my Vennu is going to die to the Dream Clown effect, but I have my Possessed Dark Soul, so Vennu did his job by, you know, letting me recycle that. I immediately take the Dream Clown. During the end phase, his card makes him go into defense, so I just destroy what he has. He has a Guardian statue, which I am not afraid of at all. Summon one of my Senjus, get my second Vennu, and then I believe I summon it by using yeah, both of my monsters in my hand, just so I can start you know, getting into this man's life points, even though I was in good control of the game right here. All my monsters switch into defense mode. He's actually able to come back a little bit with being Mega Cyber, but it has 1200 defense. He couldn't destroy both the Vennu or the Dream Clown, so either way I was gonna win the game at that point. I was actually pleasantly surprised about how well I did against that Clown control deck. I usually lose to those decks a lot. But anyway, here we're going up against Pegasus. I don't quite remember what they were running. Alright, Duel standby. A 30 deck Mind Scan.
Duel.
I have my enemy controller and my Hamstrat, so I'm gonna be able to protect it even though his monster couldn't actually get over it. Oh, I remember this. This duel was a little weird. But anyway, I summon my Senju, get my Vennu, and then I immediately summon it by using Shinato from my hand. And then I Tribute Take, and I take this card because I was afraid of the Mirror Wall. So I decide to attack his Guardian. I'm sorry about that. And it actually ends up lowering its attack to where I'm able to attack over the Mirror Wall. So that's kind of a cool play. He paid. Oh no, he does not pay for Mirror Wall. He activates Mask of the Accursed. That's right. Goes for Gravity Axe and tries to destroy my Senju. I protect it with enemy controller. And then I go for Advanced Draw to get 2 cards out of Vennu. Activate my Sonic Bird. And I actually go for the Ritual Summon right here because I wanted to keep having an advantage. I knew my Vennu was going to come back anyway, so I didn't mind getting rid of 2 monsters. He has the Sphere Kuribo, so that kind of sucks for me a little bit. Because now I can't switch my monster back into attack mode, and he actually has the Guardian Brawl, which was kind of neat. He goes for Iron Blacksmith, gets sort of deep seated, and here he had the lock. Like, he could have Wonder Balloon me, you know, until the end of time. And I really felt like that's what he was gonna do. But he ends up equipping it to the dinosaur. And I finally draw into my second Vennu, so I just tribute the Shinato because I couldn't do anything with it. And then I have my Possessed Dark Soul, so I reveal it, target the dinosaur, and then just Tribute Take. I actually take the Kotetsu as well, because it's a level 2. I get my possessed Dark Soul back, and then he ends up rage quitting. But that was a pretty cool duel. His deck, although was a 30 card deck and was pretty random, still put up a good fight. I'm always amazed at how consistent some of those 30 card decks can be, or it feels like every time I face one, they always have like great hands. But anyway, here we're going up against Yami Yugi, and I skipped the duel because I felt like I should have saved that one for last. So the Kaiba is going to be our last replay.
Duel.
Here he goes first, just summons what is this, Herald of Creation. So I set my Mecha Phantom Beast, and I want to protect it so I can activate my Advanced Draw. And that's why I wanted to run the Windstorm on top of the 3 enemy controllers, so that to increase my chance of having protection for that play in particular. I econ take so I can use his Herald of Creation as a tribute fodder for my Vennu, since I have another enemy controller in hand. Try to go for the direct attack. He has his own enemy controller, and the reason why I econ take here instead of just switching it to defense mode was because I wanted to replenish that resource by getting a monster back from my hand. I top deck a Sonic Bird, which was pretty lucky, and then I activate my Venus effect. I reveal the Shinato, target one of my Sonic Birds, and then I just tribute that Sonic Bird. So you're able to save a monster by using Venus effect too, which is pretty cool. And I get that monster right back because of its effect, since I tributed something from my field, and then I just attack for a game. This was one of the easier wins. And then for this last replay, I actually have I guess a meta deck. I'm pretty sure Red Eyes Zombie is still high in the meta. I'm still in gold rank. I haven't gotten to platinum yet because I keep testing new stuff, and then I'll lose a bunch in a row. But this was a really good back and forth duel in my opinion against Zombie Red Eyes beatdown.
Duel.
I'm going first. I have my Mecha Phantom Beast and I have my enemy controller. I also have my Advanced Draw, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna be able to, cycle through my deck as long as I can protect the Mecha Phantom Beast for 1 turn. He goes for Gozuki, sending a Goblin Zombie to the grave. I activate the enemy controller, and then I go for the play that you've seen before. Activate my Advanced Draw, draw 2, get a Senju, search for my second Vennu, and I decide to wait on using my Vennu because I was pretty sure that he was gonna have beatdown. He ends up tributing the Gozuki to bring out a Red Eyes, and it quickly swarms the field. 2 Zombie Red Eyes and a 2300 Gozuki, a pretty strong field. So instead of trying to go in, I decide to wait for a little bit more resources. So I just set my Mecha Phantom Beast. Even though I have the ritual pieces in my hand already, I wanted to wait, and lucky enough for me that pays off because I draw into Windstorm. So I'm gonna be able to protect my Vennu because I was terrified of that back row, if I'm being honest. And look at this play right here. I go for the attack on Gozuki, he goes for Super Rush. I econ take using the Vennu because I'm gonna try to crash both of the Red Eyes. And he has another Super Rush. So that worked out great for me because I used 1 enemy controller to get rid of 2 Super Rush and 1 Red Eyes. So that was a 1 for 3 because my Vennu came right back. Once again, he tributes for his second Red Eyes so he can get over the Vennu, but I have the Windstorm, and then I top deck the Possessed Dark Soul. So I just target one of the Red Eyes so I can steal it, and this is where the game is completely under my control. I get the Possessed Dark Soul back in case I need to steal anything next turn, but he doesn't have a Kuribo, so I end up just winning the game. that was a really good duel, and it was really fun and intense. But anyway, that's it for the replays, guys. uh, I'm sorry that the video went pretty long because of that long intro slash explanation, but I felt like I really needed to go over my card choices and how everything interacted with each other. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the deck. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.